It's the 18th of April 2024. You're most welcome to the Nilecast only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. We have many stories for you today, but first, the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Kelalur Kingdom denounces hate speech among West Nile leaders. Bugema University cleans Arua City ahead of its 75 years celebration. And Ajumani stakeholders join hands to promote education in settlement camps. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. A very warm welcome, viewer, to the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. Now let's dive into some of the stories of the evening. The King of Kelalur Kingdom, His Majesty Philip Rauni Olad Kel Ubimu III, has urged all leaders in the West Nile region to be united, as it has come to his knowledge that there is disunity among the incumbent leaders and those willing to show their interest to contest in the 2026 general elections. This was revealed during an interview with the King of Kelalur Kingdom at Kalatiak Palace in Zombo District. Alfred Jawok reports.
The King of Alur Kingdom, His Majesty Philip Rauni Olarke III, has urged all leaders in West Nile region to be in unity in order to achieve their sustainable goals for development. The King was speaking to journalists on Wednesday, 17th April 2024 at his palace in Atiakwinam, Zombo District. According to His Majesty Rauni, it has come to his knowledge that there is disunity among the incumbent leaders and those willing to show their interest to contest in 2026 general elections. Though the official campaign period has not been pronounced, some aspirants in Greater Nebi have started making hate speech against their opponents. Rauni therefore said, as Alur Kingdom, this can promote disunity among his subjects.
Leaders of West Nile about unity. Every leader who is worked there so as a leader knows that in order to achieve real sustainable growth, in order to achieve real development, unity is needed. Right from our partners like the EU to at the local level, they do not see unity amongst us as West Nilers. All our efforts we are trying to achieve are going to just keep on going. The government is not going to support people who are disunited. Partners are not going to support people who do not want to unite for the common good. Development is not about money, it's about us.
He equally warned parents who use their children as revenue of resources, like giving young girls for marriages, settling defilement cases at home, among others.
Use their children as revenues of resources. Our kids are not revenues of resources. They are our children who should be looked after, given every opportunity to better themselves. Once that is done, our children will look after their parents once they're in a better place. It is not our parents selling their children short or the future generation short for short-term benefits. So as a king, I strongly warn and advise against all parents looking at their children as averages.
However, Jane Manano, senior nursing officer in the General Hospital, revealed that there is increasing cases of teenage pregnancies, especially in Pakwach district. She also said the pregnancy rate among young girls stand at 23% even after COVID-19.
Juponji ngenya otimo le manga malo juru nyoru la wishibidi enu shekwa juru nyodongo to andewe la wishiwa pirango kita uya mwa nyote sami corona bedu sama awinju dadi to wache mite winyilembe percentage ne bedu mamala ente ka wone be juik de podinya no etie malasu what take 23%.
Reports from police in Greater Navy indicate that most perpetrators of defilement cases, rape and child marriages are not reported to police for actions, making it hard to apprehend the suspects after they have agreed with the parents of the victims. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our story, stakeholders from Bugema University, together with Arua City leadership, officially launched the celebrations to mark 75 years of existence of the university, with a number of activities ranging from giving back to the community through cleaning and a marathon, in which all proceeds are going to go to support the development of the Sciences Complex. Farish Majid reports.
Stakeholders from Bugema University, together with the Arua City leadership, officially launched the celebrations to mark the 75 years of existence of the university in the country on the 17th of April 2024 at the Mayor's Gardens with the cleaning exercise. As the university marks 75 years, a number of activities have been identified ranging from giving back to the community through cleaning exercise, marathon from which the proceeds shall go to supporting the development of Science Complex as the university celebrates the years. Bwambale Godwin, the director of the university's Arua campus, says that the exercise of cleaning, which was officially flagged off by the Arua City leadership on the 17th of April 2024, is a preamble to the official day of the celebrations.
This exercise of cleaning the city is one of the activities, the preamble exercise. But the celebrations, the real celebrations, shall be on 12th of May, this year, 12th of May, at OPM ground. We have already requested, our mayor has already allowed that we should celebrate from the OPM ground because it's enough space that shall accommodate all people of West Nile. I'm expecting very many, the alumni and those students and other supporters.
Amando Alfred, the principal health officer in charge of environment for Arua City, expressed dismay in the way through which some members of the public are neglecting their duty of ensuring a clean environment.
You know, we have left the responsibility of cleaning the city to uneducated people. You educated person, then you throw rubbish, and you want the uneducated to be the one. When you analyze these two, who is more educated and who is not educated? So the uneducated has now become more educated than the educated person.
And Kundale Batista John, the guild president of Bugema University Arua campus, is excited as he says that they honor issues related with health sanitation as key at the university.
I am feeling very happy and excited to be part of this team who are doing cleaning around the city. As Bugema University, we as Bugema University are the first people who have come and attempt to clean the city, as the way the mayor said. Even as personally at the university, if you visit there, the health conditions there are very perfect. We are not. We take things concerning sanitation very key and very important. That's why we are very happy, and my team and the students at large, we are very excited to come and take part here.
In Jikuru Millicent Mili, the deputy mayor of Arua City lauded the university fraternity for championing and working towards ensuring a clean and safe environment.
It's okay.
We want to appreciate your support as an institution which is trying to mentor the lower primary school and the nursery children, to so that as elders in the university we have to walk the talk to make our city clean, which should go back to our schools, which should go back to our homes. I want to appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Similarly, Angudu Emmanuel, the town clerk 5 division, also doubles as an alumni of the university, also praised the university fraternity for participating in cleaning, since to attain a safe environment calls for collective responsibility.
Mr. Director, I want to thank you and the management of Bugema University for this initiative. This city is for all of us. As a city council, we are struggling to have a clean, smart, and a livable city. As an institution, when you come with such initiatives, we feel so grateful, because this city is not only for the leadership of the city, but for the residents of this city.
Bugema University was established in the year 1949 as an Adventist education institution for training pastors and church workers, but today has grown to establish itself as one of the fully fledged chartered universities in the country, with 4 campuses, namely Luero campus as its main campus, and other campuses in Lira, Arua, Mbali and Kasese districts. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nalcast.
Stakeholders in Ajimani district have been called to work together so as to improve on the education standards of refugees living in the settlement camps. Onzima Allen reports more.
As education of refugees in settlement areas are still under development, stakeholders have been called upon to work together so as to improve on the education standards of the refugees. During the press briefing at Baraka Junior and Secondary School in Pagrinya settlement camps, the executive director of Baraka Junior and Secondary School, Pastor Taban Felix, calls the district stakeholders to join hands together with the refugees to promote education in settlement camps. Pastor Taban said the war in South Sudan affected education of many young people, especially young mothers and other child-headed families who most times become disastrous to the community in the future.
They cannot go to school, and more especially those children who came alone in the camp, child-headed household kids. These child-headed household kids, their life I realized as a church, we set their life at high risk. If they are not followed and given support, these children, as they grow without parental love and anyone's concern, in the future they will be rebellious. They will cause a lot of trouble for people, and they will not value humanity in lives.
Meanwhile, Taban Kemis William, the head teacher Baraka Junior Secondary School, said the school came at the right time considering the overwhelming number of learners in the area and calls for more support to tackle some of the challenges.
It is also laying hard in supporting Pagirenya SS with the overwhelming number of refugee influx. It was not adequate to have everybody in one center. We thought why it is good to also have sister school established here to accommodate those who could not access the other school. So we are operating under minimum requirement, and government is taking over. So the fee structure will still have challenges in there. So we need support in improving the enrollment so that students who are left out should also get enrolled in case of other challenges we face. Being to the proximity of the country, some of the students come direct from South Sudan and they don't have the index number from here. Their paper they see for their primary living examination is from South Sudan. They need to be converted.
Samil Kakahesen, a candidate at Baraka Junior Secondary School, asked fellow students, especially girls, to study hard despite the different hardship they are going through.
And I want to advise my fellow students, especially girls, so although things are very hard, let them at least try to stay in school. I know if you're in school, you like things, like, ladies, they like many things. But again, if you're putting your interest or putting all your mind, you said, I don't have this thing, I'm not going to school, then it will affect you. So I want to encourage my girls, wherever they are right now, and they should put hard at, they will make it. Even though things are hard, let them just pray that, and they always let them concentrate in school.
Baraka Junior and Secondary School was established in 2019 under Church Ministry to support education of refugees in Pagrinya settlement camps. Peace Oshaki, Onjima Alan, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
Security operatives of Uganda People's Defense Force and Uganda Police were today engaged in a serious running battles with the street vendors in Arua City. This was during the implementation of the trade order, where recently the city authorities warned the traders against street vending. Farish Majid reports.
Street vendors in Arua City were on 18th of April 2024 engaged in serious running battles with security agencies following the demonstrations over the implementation of the trade order, which seeks to bring order among the business community through curbing street vending and other unacceptable practices. These riots emerged after the stores of the street vendors were destroyed by unknown people in the previous night, encouraging the traders to cause destruction within the city center, demonstrating against the dismantling of their stalls. The angry street vendors, who turned for work to only find their stall destroyed, resorted to demolishing those whose stalls survived, affecting streets along the Market Lane, Lobida, Teregu House, among others. Obinto Jackson, a vendor dealing in eggs, attributes the rift between the vendors and security agencies to discrimination in the implementation of the law.
I think the genesis of this issue here, we appreciate the government's effort and then we appreciate the council's effort to make the city clean. But I think the parameters to make the city clean, they're very well known. But I think the genesis of this issue today is the non-application, the application of the law. This law has been applied not uniformly. If you observe, these things were destroyed, yes, without our consent, but other people's things were left. For example, if you go to former Terego House, things which are around there which are sold by people who believe they are from other places, then things around Tuku, these things are not destroyed. These things are left intact. So when these vendors they came in the morning, when they found that their friends, other friends, their things are not destroyed, it sparked reactions in them. That's what brought all this. And then they went there, they have to take law into their hands to destroy all these things. So I would say that when they apply law, let them apply law informally. Me, I believe if they destroy those things all together informally, these things will not happen. These ones will come, they'll find everything destroyed, they'll keep quiet, they will look government clean its work. So I will say that next time, let government apply the law informally.
Ahimud Dramani, another vendor dealing in carpets, says much as the city council reached out to them asking them to move to the main market, the reluctance to obey the call is as a result of the size of the stalls, which is unsuitable for their businesses.
But since we are now selling carpets, last time this event, the city council, they came to us that we should go inside the market. Since we see the markets, if you see the pictures which they have divided to people, they are just very small. But we who are selling carpets, whenever you open a carpet like this, a carpet sometimes takes 30 by 30 meters, the others which goes by 3 by 6 meters. So we cannot open the carpets inside the market. So unfortunately, at night when it was raining, we got a call that they are dismantling our items. In the morning when we came here, we got everything were down. That's why you see all around here, people are just moving around. Nowadays, today, there's no business. And it is also, this is what government is not knowing. It is also affecting the government in terms of tax collection.
Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent of Police Josephine Angucha, the Public Relations Officer for West Nile, says the operation by security is to implement the call against street vending in Arua City.
It's true that our officers attached to Arua Central Business Division Police Station have moved together with other security forces to town, trying to quell demonstration, unlawful demonstration by market vendors of Arua City. And this really came up as a result of recent directives and recent operations by Arua City authorities that they didn't want market vendors to operate anywhere on the streets, but they should move to gazetted markets.
However, the Boronol, the chairman of Arua City Chamber of Commerce, raised concern over the mode of implementation.
Actually, people were displacing chamber members. So basically, as the Universal Chamber of Commerce, we were concerned about the method enforcement. We said it needed more sensitization, because you cannot, this could have been like that since independence. You can't educate them within 10 days without showing them where to go, without giving them alternatives, but you force them out of the streets. And also, the enforcement was done at night. Many people have lost property because people sell things and build them there.
The city authority had requested the street vendors to move to gazetted facilities such as Arua Central Market, Gaga Textile Market, Social Center Market, Club Market, Idiofe Market, Awindir Market, which fell on deaf ears during the recent sensitization drive on the trade order, resulting to the forceful evictions. Orakubenson Pastore, Farsi Majid, West Nile Television, Nilecast. A very good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of Nilecast Sports News. My name is Orakubenson Pastore. Today is already Thursday, 18th of April, and the year is 2024. We are all aware that everyday stories continues to break in the world of sports, but let's kickstart everything with what is transpiring in the world of West Nile Regional League, more especially in Nile Zone. Yesterday, there was supposed to be a very big encounter between Odamataku Central and the Araka Football Club, top of the table clash between the two sides, but this game did not take place. Of course, Araka failed to turn up for the game. Let's first take a look at the story. Araka Football Club fails to turn up for the regional league class against Odamataku Central in neutral ground at St. Charles Luanga Senior Secondary School playground in Koboko. This game was supposed to be played on Wednesday, 17th of April 2024, but couldn't take place as Araka team from Yumbe failed to show up. Reaching on the ground, the technical team members of Araka were not around, and there were no match officials to give a report on what was transpiring. This particular encounter was supposed to take place on 17th of April 2024 at Divine Palace, the home ground for Odamataku, but because of indiscipline of some of the fans, the fixture was postponed and rescheduled to take place yesterday. According to reports from some of the technical team members of Odamataku Football Club, the penalty that was imposed on the club was cleared, and they wonder why Araka has failed to turn up for the game.
We are so much disappointed that Araka didn't turn up. Why the game was shifted today actually was simply because what actually took place in between Odamataku Football Club and Araka, that was on 17th of February at Divine Palace, the home ground of Odamataku. Now, since the game didn't take place, we had to come for a meeting. We are called for a meeting in Koboko here by the West Nile executive. So when we came, we are summoned, and the game was rescheduled, and we also imposed some charges of 800,000. I think right now, as I talk, the money is already being put in account of the West Nile executive. So why Araka has not turned up is actually a question. We are so much so disappointed as well, and our cry now goes to the West Nile executives. That high table that is trying to look at the development of football in this West Nile here, they need to be vigilant. They need to be, act as parents to all the clubs here in West Nile, because looking at what actually has happened, it's not good. Because now here we traveled on the coast, and we have not played the game, and we expected the referee to be here, and we are not seeing any referee since we came. So it's like a pre-planned agenda, which is best known to the West Nile, not to us. So we are so much disappointed, I personally, but we are looking forward to seeing how West Nile can come to the rescue of not only the Odamataku Football Club, but West Nile at large, because looking at the development of football in West Nile here, both qualitatively and quantitatively,
Just very disappointed because we didn't expect such things to happen. There are so many people who came for this game, even our fans, some of these fans traveled. Just got a call that Araka said they are not coming. I don't know why they didn't respond, but we are here on the pitch. As you can see, we are done with warm-up, everything is set. We are just waiting for them. We arrived here at around 2 and 3.
through there, and then from there strictly we just dressed. Then we started the warm-up immediately at the beginning. And as you can see, the warm-up is done, everything is set, the players are ready, but unfortunately the opponent team is not there. I wanted this game to take place because this is a game which is supposed to be played some time back, but it has been rescheduled.
This is the second time that we are supposed to be playing Araka Football Club. The first game, there was an incident that occurred, something to do with violence, and the game was postponed. Issues here on the table, there were discussions at the table, and we officially sent a report to the CEO of our club. A report was sent that the game has been postponed and has been scheduled for today to be played at St. Charles Langa grounds. So today again we have come here. Araka FC Club unfortunately is not around, so we do not know what happened. For us, we knew that the game is on. Yesterday we were fully in training, even the day before, and we heard that also Araka was fully preparing for the games, but on coming to the ground, Araka is not there. The players are discouraged. For us now, we are saying that football in West Nile is losing meaning. When it comes to the regional games here of the secondary school football, things were happening here and there. Now it comes to the regional league now. When will the game be played now? The league is about to end. There's supposed to be 4 games to end. Other teams have played all their games. Now, by this weekend, there will be 4 or 3 games left. But Amachako still has 6 games to play. When are these games going to be played? And when are they going to reschedule again? Is Amachako still in the wrong, or is Araka in the wrong? So for us, we want justice. Football is supposed to be promoting all the talent that is in West Nile, but unfortunately, the people that are running football here in West Nile are instead sitting on us the talent. Now it is discouraging us, the players. Some of the players are now saying this league is becoming useless and pointless.
Araka right now tops the log in West Nile Regional League Nile Zone with 39 points out of 17 games, whereas Odamatako sits at number 4 with 31 points out of 15 games played so far. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nile Sports News. Away from that story of West Nile Regional League, but also related in Koboko, but this time in a different sporting activity, I am talking about the world of athletics. The kids athletic competition in Koboko district has again taken another twist. This time it has gone to the division level. Let's have something about that story. After successfully inter-primary school athletic competition in Koboko, focus now turns to inter-division athletic competition in the district, where 3 divisions will participate in the tournament. The divisions that will participate in the tournament are Northern, Southern and Western part of Koboko Central Division. The divisions that will participate in the tournament are Northern, Southern and Western part of Koboko Central Division.
Our purpose for this is to actually select a nice team that will represent the municipal, and our knowing that the municipal will actually participate for the nationals that will be in Mbale. So we are preparing these students for the nationals, and as a result of that, we have kept them here for now. It's almost taking 3 days. This is our 3rd day for the training, and the children are doing well.
The training was going well, but we are going to win that trophy.
And I am hopeful that with this training that we are having, and actually we are going to be the best actually in the whole municipal, knowing that we had been not doing well in the athletics, and this time I am sure that this time we are going to have it. We are going to make it the way, and I have seen these athletes of ours. They are really talented. They really have the talent to make it for us the champion in the divisions.
It's one-day tournament which is taking place on Friday, 19th of April 2024 at Termonga Primary School Playground. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nile Sports News. Okay, let's now pick our airline and jet to Europe and take a look at what transpired yesterday night in UEFA Champions League. Before I give you the fixtures to be played tonight in UEFA Europa League, Arsenal and Manchester City have been eliminated out of UEFA Champions League after being defeated by Real Madrid and also Bayern Munich. Arsenal played Bayern Munich in the reverse fixture of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. It ended by a 1-0, cutters of Joshua Kimmich's header that went straight into the back of the net to see that Gunners are eliminated out of the competition. Now Bayern Munich advancing to the last 4 the semis after defeating Arsenal 3-2 in aggregate. Meanwhile, on the other side, we saw the masters of the UEFA Champions League, the Los Blancos, also playing a 1-1 tie with the team of Manchester City in the normal tie, and then ending 4-4 in aggregate. Then in the penalty shootout, we saw Real Madrid knocking out the team of Manchester City, which ended by 4-3. Before that, on Tuesday, we also had games where we saw Paris Saint-Germain eliminating Barcelona. And then on the other side, Borussia Dortmund eliminating Atletico Madrid, and the draws for the semi-finals automatic, and we will be seeing an encounter between Borussia Dortmund as they'll be tussling it out with the team of Paris Saint-Germain. It will also be on home and away basis. They will travel to Estadio. They will travel to Principality des Parcs des Princes before finalizing the business at Westfalen Stadion. Meanwhile, Real Madrid will also tussle Bayern Munich to home and away in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Before I leave the studios, let me also give you something about what is transpiring in UEFA Europa League. Liverpool is taking on Atalanta in the reverse fix of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. The first leg of this game ended by 3-0. Atalanta winning. On the other side, Bayer Leverkusen is also taking on the team of West Ham. Right now, Leverkusen is leading West Ham by 2-0, and also AC Milan right now is taking on the team of AS Roma. AS Roma is leading AC Milan by 1-0 in the first leg. And lastly, there will be a game between Olympique de Marseille and the team of Soccer Lisboa Benfica. Olympique de Marseille went to Estadio da Luz and they were beaten by 2-1. It's now remaining the reverse fixture to see which team will be in position to go to the semi-finals of the UEFA Europa League. It has been me, Benson Pastore, bringing it for you. Let's link up again tomorrow. And still, I'll be the one to feed you with what is happening in the world of sports. Have the best of your moments.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and those highlights. And that, viewer, marks the end of the NILEcast only on West Nile Television. Thank you always for being with us from the beginning of the NILEcast to the end of the NILEcast only on West Nile Television.